Yep, it works.
So what I did is I just plugged the ends into the harness itself in the backside, which I know is not, you know, is not ideal, but heat shrink all the ends so that, they couldn't touch. I bought another flare stat, and it has the right connectors for Chevelle. So my thought was that, and it was kind of an experiment, that I could swap the boards. So I looked in my flare stat and I saw that, my original thought was I could solder the harness onto this board on my flare stat. This is actually the flare stat body that I bought, and what you can actually do is just pull these boards out. They basically just slide in here like so. So they just slide in the little slot right there, like this, and little contacts. When you pull the switch, it moves the contacts, and that's how these work. So I've already taken mine apart because the stupid battery on this phone went dead. So I took the board out of my flare stat, which is this one, and put the board and the harness from this flare stat that I bought and put it in mine. Okay, here's the tool that I made. I just ground down the screwdriver even thinner. And what you have to do is these little guys have little tabs on each side. See that? There's one there and there's one there. And you have to, there's like a little ledge that they snap into. And you have to stick that down the sides, both sides on the side. See how there's a little ledge right there. And there's one right there. The flare stat harness takes the steering column harness and connects it to I guess it's a female, and then you plug into the actual dash harness. So instead of plugging the steering column harness directly into the dash harness, you sort of intercept it with this flare stat harness that has a male and a female connector. And what I had to do is I had to swap some of these wire positions around because they were almost completely opposite of what I needed, but the wire colors were correct, and it was just a matter of putting them in the correct positions. We'll keep this old flare stat for parts. Here are the connectors for it. I don't know what these fit, but I think they fit Corvette and other GM, possibly truck. but these are not the right connector for 66 Chevelle. These are. This is what I needed. So I'll just hang on to this. This is the correct flasher, a 170. This flasher was not right. This one flashes way too fast. This one's slower, like it's 1966. So this one works pretty cool. It's this one. Signal Stat 170. Yep. So that did work. So cool.